Yo, what's up everyone, and welcome to some more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. For this run, I'm going to be playing something even squishier than the last one I did, which was Deep Elf. But this time I'm going to be playing Octopode, which are probably one of the squishier classes in the game. I mean, Deep Elf's pretty squishy, but Octopode is even worse. And to top it off, I'm going to be playing a Transmuter on top of that, which Transmuters basically are kind of like shapeshifters, I would say generally. Anyway, that's how I'm going to be playing them. There are some spells that aren't necessarily shapeshifty, but we're going to be basically changing forms and things. Now, the thing about Transmuters is they're also kind of difficult to start out with because they don't have the strongest abilities to begin with. Let me go ahead and change my aptitudes here. So I don't want any dodging to start. I don't want any spell casting or unarmed combat. Eventually we will be training unarmed combat because when you change forms, it melds your weapon. So your weapon and, well, I guess I should go over that. But basically all of your armor gets melded into your body, so you don't get any benefit from it. Now for octopods, that doesn't matter because they can't wear any armor anyway. So they don't really care. Actually, let's turn dodging back on, but we'll prioritize transmutations, because that's kind of our bread and butter. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, octopods can't wear armor, but they can wear 8 rings. So if I bring up my abilities here with Shift A, you can see cannot wear armor. Well, they can wear hats and shields. Anything else they can't wear. They're stealthy in water. Doesn't matter because we're not going to be leveling stealth. You are amphibious. I think that just has to do with... I'm not sure what that has to do with. So we can't wear armor, but we can wear up to 8 rings because obviously we have 8 tentacles, right? And then we can constrict things, which basically means as long as they're constricted, they take bonus damage each turn. Bonus stealth, blah, 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 and then some AC and evasion. Now, this AC and evasion is kind of moot because, well, we only have 1 AC and we can't wear armor. So we're going to be very squishy. We did do everything, right? Yes, all right. We can fight this lizard now. Let me get some music going. There we go. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let me double check the volume. Turn it down a little bit, just a titch. Okay. Now the first level isn't too scary unless you come across something like an adder, or... That's kind of all you can really come across that's scary in the first level, I think. Once we get to level 2, you can find like ogres and things, which are terrifying at level 2. But other than that, no real issues. And yeah, we can kind of just auto explore by pressing O and just wreck everything with our... I guess I should cover your primary spell here. So you start off with Beastly Appendage, which I believe just adds a augmented attack. So it gives you like another attack basically, or a chance to attack a second time. Well, it's not really a second attack. You know what? I don't really know what I'm talking about. I just know that it's like a proc. So you add Beastly Appendage and you can do a little bit more damage with your attacks, basically. Or a lot more, depending on your transmutation spell. Or aptitude, rather. Let's pull these back into the choke. Fight them one at a time, because that's just good practice, especially for squishy characters, such as an Octopode Transmuter. Alright, do we hit level 2 yet? So level 2 gives us Sticks to Snakes, which transmutes arrows, which we have 12 of. You start with some arrows as a transmuter, and turns them into snakes. It can be one of 3 snakes, and the ones you really want are the adders. So the adders that I'm so terrified of because they can poison, you can actually summon, which is really cool, but they're extremely squishy. So you kind of have to tank for them, which doesn't really fit well with an octopod because they're not tanky at all. Why is it not resting? I'm trying to rest. Oh, I turned numlock off. I'm sitting here spamming 5 like, what am I resting? What am I resting? I've done that a couple times actually, so. Level 3, we're going to go all dex at the beginning. We will eventually be going into strength because strength increases unarmed damage as well as constriction damage. But we're not really going to be constricting things much late game. Probably never, actually. I'd imagine. I've never actually made it to late game with the Octopode or any Transmuter, really. But I've been playing a lot of Octopode Transmuter recently, and I can't make it past layer. I haven't made it past layer yet. That being said, I'm getting much more confident on my ability to kind of traverse the dungeon and use the correct abilities at correct times and whatnot, and sort of know my limits as far as an Octopode Transmuter goes. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and do a shift or a Control F period to search the floor, make sure we didn't miss anything valuable. And actually, I'm gonna go grab this dagger. So our goal is, wait, I didn't want the club. I wanted the dagger. The goal is eventually to be unarmed, but in order to get to that point, we kind of have to suffer through with no weapon skill and just using what we find, essentially. Which, yeah, we're at the mercy of the dungeon. We're at the mercy of our Jesus right now. So here's our first ring. I go ahead and usually just ID and put these on immediately because it's just you're not very strong, and this ring ended up being horrible. It's a cursed ring of attention, so every now and then it will make noise and draw enemies to my location, which is obviously horrible for a squishy character, but you know, I took the risk. One other thing I like to do is pop potions of mutation early on. So I'm gonna go ahead and sticks to snakes here because this is an adder, and I'm just gonna stand and fight it. Running is not gonna do anything because it's faster than me. So I'm just gotta sit here and hope that me and my two snakes can kill it before it kills me. And we absolutely did. So we got a glowing axe here. Now the weapon, I don't think I want to equip, because if you get a bad weapon, you're kind of just boned. Actually, you know, I think Beastly Appendage can do enough damage by itself. Ooh, we got a +2 hand axe of freezing, so we can drop that dagger. We're never gonna use that again. Freezing is actually really nice because things like adders and what else is there? There's like frogs and stuff that are cold-blooded, so you can actually slow them down with a freezing weapon. Oops. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is actually turn. I don't want to pick up boomerangs or javelins, but I do want to pick up sling bullets. You can bring up this menu, by the way, by hitting /, and this is your auto pickup menu, so you can kind of choose what you want the game to just auto pick up as you're auto exploring. If you press it again, it'll show you what you have already picked up and identified, or what you have not, sorry. It'll show you what you have not identified. So that can be pretty handy at times. Like if you pick up a scroll and you don't have any IDs and you want to read it but you're not sure what it is, you can kind of go to that list and say, okay, well, I've ID'd this, this, and this, so it could be this, etc. Yeah. The first couple levels are really no problem for a Transmuter, other than the adders. As I was saying, adders are always scary for squishies, as somebody mentioned in the comments of my Ice Mage video. Which is true. Adders have killed me so many times, man. I tend to be playing a lot squishier characters nowadays. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and back off. I'm going to let him walk to me, and then I'm going to cast my sticks to snakes. Reason being, if I would have casted it here, the snake would have actually went in front of me and just died. I wanted to be able to hit the Terrence along with my ally. I didn't want my ally just tanking because, well, they're squishy. Okay, this is actually terrifying. So Robin can knock allies behind me, and he also has Battle Cry, which gives him might, so it gives him bonus damage and things. So I'm a little bit scared here, but what I can do is summon a snake, and hopefully it goes behind me, which it did. And now if he kicks anything behind me, I don't know if I should do that. Yeah, let's let my snake fight him, and then he's poisoned, and he just died. Okay. But yeah, if he kicked anything behind me, my adder would have been fighting it, and I would have been fine. You know, I don't really like this song. I'm going to change it. Okay. Let's go. Ooh. One other thing about axes is they cleave. So fighting multiple foes, although you wouldn't normally want to do that as an Octopode, With this +2 axe of freezing, I'd be a little more confident doing so if I had to. I wouldn't prefer. Okay. I hate these little kobolds with freaking. Look at that damage it did to me. Imagine if there was like one other enemy there. That could have been death. Could have been death. I think the music's a bit too loud. I'm gonna turn it down. Okay. A ring mail of cold resistance. Too bad we can't wear armor. Bum, bum. Yeah, you can see the little constriction icon when I like. You'll see. I'll show you next time. Oh, crazy youth. Level 5. Okay, we can probably learn spider form now. Probably should have done that already. One thing I am bad at while recording is actually changing abilities. So I'm going to set dodging to 5. I want it to stop at 5. We will turn it back on later, but for now, that's fine. I'm going to turn on poison magic. We're going to get that to 2.5. And spell casting we'll get to 3.5. Yep, that's all good. We'll go back and fight Crazy Youth later for the EXP because he's going to drop a cloak and a staff, and we're not going to use any of those because he always has a staff of chaos. And although it can be plussed up quite often, well, his staff can be plussed up, but chaos is a bad brand in my opinion because see how my snake walked in front? Now the snake is fighting it alone. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to wait for it to stand next to me and then summon a snake. Because otherwise I'm just kind of wasting mana and arrows. Because the snakes are really squishy. Alright, here's Crazy Youth. Looks like the rest of the level is clear. What does he have? So he has a +4 quarterstaff of chaos. So Chaos brand can do a couple things. It can like haste people and things. That's why it's kind of bad. It can also banish people. So I'm going to summon a snake before I open the door. Okay, that didn't work. I kind of wanted my snake to do a little bit of damage before it died, but didn't really end up doing that. Alright, done with Dungeon 3. Yeah, nothing. See, I'm going to leave that quarterstaff because it's just not... Oh my goodness! There's a ring. I have to fight my way through all these enemies to get to the ring. So this right here is a death sentence if I tried to fight. I just have to go up the stairs, kill this orc that followed me, and then I have to exclude the stairs by hitting Shift X E. And then go down to the next stair and hope it's less populated. I feel like I'm lagging a slight amount here. Yeah, I'm lagging a little bit. Lag can actually be pretty dangerous because it'll just seem like the game, you'll press the arrow key and you won't move. So you'll press it again and you won't move again. You'll press it again. And then like it'll catch up and you'll move 3 spots into like a bunch of enemies. So we got a jewelry stop here, which for an Octopode is like the best ever. Unfortunately, I don't have enough to buy anything, but we do have a pretty good ring here with invisibility, MR, and strength. So we've got magic resist, the ability to go invisible if we level up our evocations, which maybe we will. I don't know. We'll see what else we get. And then 4 strength is amazing because that's going to increase our unarmed damage. -2 slaying is bad. But I think the 4 strength will counter this out, and eventually we'll end up with like a net positive in damage. Well, not eventually, just when we put this on. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it. I'm going to hold shift and press the corresponding letter to mark these that I want. Amulet of the Acrobat. Let's go a Ring of Wizardry. What else? Ooh, a Ring of Protection. We really want that Ring of Protection. So as soon as I have 273 gold, I'm going to come buy that Ring of Protection because, like I was saying, Octopods have like no AC to start with. So What's my cast ability on Spider Form? 24%. Okay. Now you don't, even though you have Spider Form and it's castable, you don't really want to use it because of the hunger level you can see here. So I don't have quite a lot of rations, and as a transmuter, you go through rations rather quickly because you do tend to use your forms quite often. So yeah, trying to preserve that and just fight with whatever weapon you find as often as you can is the best. By the way, the shopping list you can pull up with Shift 4. So this will show me everything that I've marked. And yeah. What floor it's on and things. Okay, one thing about Spider Form that I didn't mention is that it actually makes you susceptible to poison. So it gives you a negative pip of poison resistance. And there's no way to ever fix that because poison resistance doesn't stack. We can kind of cheese with the water here. Actually, we can't. Normally you can, but it's only a one tile of water, so. Orc the Orc. He's not too scary, but I don't know what's behind him. I don't know what's like over here behind him. Now, if I just pop Spider Form here and summon an ally, maybe? Well, oh crap. If he didn't shoot me with stuff. Now I'm a little bit scared. So what I'm going to do is just try and poison them and maybe run. So you can see down here where it says Bork the Orc looks as sick as possible. That means he's fully poisoned. So I could just do something like this. And hopefully run away. Okay. I'm assuming he died. If I hit Control O. Oh, I have to put a point in. Okay, Dex. Yeah, okay, so it said I feel a bit more experienced. That means something died. And it had to be Orc the Orc because he was the only one. So there was the Spider Form there. It gives you a weapon, or it gives you a Venom branded bite, which obviously poisons things, but it also does damage based on your unarmed combat skill, which we're not leveling yet, but we will be as soon as poison magic hits 2.5. We'll be turning unarmed combat on. It's a Ring of Attention, which I already have. Oh, we have another ring. Let's go ahead and put that on. Ring of Protection from Fire. That's pretty nice. Wait, why didn't I grab that ration? Did I accidentally turn off rations? Oh, auto pickup. Okay. So you can hit Control A to turn on and off auto pickup. And whenever an enemy goes invisible, auto pickup will automatically turn off. So I'm just trying to lure. Nothing's here. See if I can grab this ring. Go back to the stairs. Put it on. Plus the Ring of Slaying. Nice. Okay. I'm going to read some scrolls here. Normally the scroll you have the most of is Identify, so I'm going to read those first. And then we're just going to go through our potions with our Identifies and see what we got here. No healing potions so far. Well, that's kind of lame. I'm going to go ahead and read our other multiple scrolls. That was a scroll teleport, so we're going to go up the stair. There we go, so I get teleported to somewhere else. On a level that's already cleared, basically. Before I do that, do I have anything? No. Alright, yeah, let's just keep reading scrolls. Scroll of Amnesia. I'm not going to forget a spell right now. Scroll Fog. Scroll of Random Uselessness. Alright, I'm going to save the rest of them. I've got my potions ID'd, which is what I really care about. And then... do I want to put any into evocations? I do have that C invis on the ring, which I'll eventually get. Evocations takes a lot away, though. Yeah, I'm going to wait on that. I'll level up evocations eventually. But not right now. I'm going to summon some friends. Wait, why did I move? Oh, I got confused. Yeah, confusion makes you basically move in a random direction whenever you try to use an ability, or it makes that ability work in a random direction. So if I tried to attack, it would attack in a random direction. Try to move, I'd move in a random direction, etc. Summon a Viper because this ant actually poisons, as you can see, and poison can do a lot of damage early, as you can also see. There goes half my life. He got one hit off. I lost half my life. Now priests are a little bit terrifying because they can smite. Pretty sure I went over this in my Ice Mage video, but maybe you guys didn't watch that one. So I'm very hungry to eat one of my rations. Now I know Duvessa and Dwayne, I think it is, are running around somewhere. So I'm going to be a little bit cautious moving around. Because... that's why. I was going to say, I don't want to just walk right into something like a Duvessa. Now, whenever you kill one of these guys, the other one gets like a buff. So, ideally you want to kill them equally. I don't really have it. I think I'm going to be popping an agility potion here. First thing I'm going to do is summon a friend, go into spider form, and then I'm going to pop an agility potion, and we're going to try and beat down this Duvessa. And once she gets low, like red, I'm going to start poisoning the other guy. So she just died to poison. And now you can see down here, Dowen screams, and he finds hidden reserves of power. So now he's super strong. But I do have him poisoned, so I think he just dies. Yeah. A +6 Rapier of Draining. I think that's probably better to use as a primary weapon. So if I press equals and then I can reassign the letter. So our axe is Q right now, so I'll do Q to B. Now when I press apostrophe, I can swap between them. Yeah, so this rapier is a +6, so it's going to give me more damage than the Axe of Freezing. I will still swap to the Axe of Freezing if I'm fighting a cold-blooded creature, something susceptible to cold, or if I'm fighting like multiple enemies at once. Yeah, I really want that ring. How much gold do we have? That's not it. What do I do? This. This. 221 gold. How much was that? 273. Okay, so we're not quite there. I'll have to try to remember to come back and get that. Yeah, this +6 rapier is gonna absolutely just wreck shit. I'm not even really scared of this priest because I'm just gonna plow through everything before the priest can really kill me. I mean, there's a chance he just double smites me there, but normally they don't smite unless you're like running away. I found if you're close to him and you're like attacking orcs and they can like move, generally they'll move closer to you is what it feels like. I mean, I don't know for sure, obviously, but I'm just going off experience here. Sometimes do a buttload of damage, and I have a lot of ground to cover before I can get to him. That being said, I'm pretty sure it's the same speed as me. Yeah, it's actually faster. So it can move and shoot at the same time. So running away is probably not going to happen. What I can do is I can try to wander random effects, but that can haste them sometimes. So I think what I'm going to do is go into spider form, which is going to give me bonus dodge. So I have 22 evasion right now. And then I think I'm just going to try and approach it. The orc is scaring me. That was one arrow, guys. Actually, the orc hit me too, didn't he? Okay. Got him. All right. That was a little... You can see how squishy we are. One more enemy there, and I probably just would have been dead. Wait, what was that? Okay, I thought it was an artifact for whatever reason. So this is a cold-blooded, so this is a good time to equip the axe. Not that it matters because I'm going to one-shot it anyway, but just to kind of show you. Swapping weapons is fairly important. Go ahead and cast our Beastly Appendage. By the way, I don't know if you've been noticing, but I've been casting Beastly Appendage before I fight everything. It's just like second nature now because I've played Octopode Transmuters so much. And have yet to make it past layer, but we're going to do it this run. I feel it. I can feel it in my bones. One thing I'm actually going to do is +4 dagger. Do I care about a +4 dagger? Probably not. I've got the trident, which is a stabbing weapon, so I don't need another one. One thing I actually want to do is come back, read our identify, see what else we got. Drop this Ring of Attention. And then I'm going to pop Potions of Mutation. So, Potions of Mutations, these are basically our mutations here. And Potion of Mutation gives you more of those. Although, they can be bad. So let's see what we got. You possess an exceptional clarity of mind. And so I got a bonus 10% HP and clarity. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but if it's what I'm thinking it is, then it helps me versus some forms of CC. Now the question is, do I pop another mutation? Because these are pretty good, especially for a squishy class, right? These are going to help me be survivable. And then popping another potion could potentially remove one of these, or both of them, and add bad ones. So I think I'm just going to stick with these right here. And, you know, be a little bit more tanky. I was looking for AC is what I really wanted. Now this guy poisons, and I think it's cold-blooded. No, it's not cold-blooded. It is susceptible to poison. But so am I in spider form, so I don't necessarily want to transform to fight it, but I will summon a snake. We'll summon a little buddy there to help me kill off the scorpion. Just gonna try and speed things up a little bit. This is actually a pretty good run so far. Nothing like extremely dangerous aside from the Duvessa. A lot of the times I'll get like 5 uniques on one floor. I don't know what it is about. Maybe I'm just unlucky or lucky depending on how you look at it. We're gonna go to the next floor. You can, by the way, you can hit Shift G and then Shift period to go down a floor. Reach level 8. Alright, we can learn Ice Form or Blade Hands, but we'll eventually learn both of them. Did I actually memorize that? I did. Okay. Alright, so Poison Magic went to 2.6. That's going to bug me. We're probably just going to level it to 3. But before we do that, let's turn Ice Magic on and get Ice Magic to like 4 so we can actually cast Ice Form reliably. And then I'm going to turn Unarmed Combat on. And we'll probably just leave that on for the rest of the game. I forgot that this guy poisons. It's fine. We're pretty tanky with the bonus HP and whatnot. So, we're not that tanky. I don't really have a choke here, but what I can do is this. There we go. We kind of use our snake to create a choke. I want to prioritize the wizard. The wizard can confuse and go invisible and just all around be annoying. Although I do have clarity, so I wonder if that protects me from confusion. Getting a lot of weapons here, which is actually very welcomed for an Octopode early on. Well, I guess Transmuter in general. I guess anybody in general likes the weapons. What am I saying? Let me see. Do I want to just put these on? I haven't. Let me ID potion. Potion of Might. Okay. I could just start blind reading scrolls. Let me do this. Let me go to the upstairs. Actually, we already read the scroll of teleport, so there's not really any reason to go to the upstairs. Unless I did like if I read a scroll of noise or something. Staff of Conjuration. Never going to use that. Am I? You know what? I'm gonna hang on to it. There's no reason to. Oops. There's no reason to drop it right now. +1 War Axe of Venom, +3 Rapier. Okay, so the Rapier we can drop. The War Axe of Venom is nice because we can poison things and kite them. Although, that was an Ice Beast. So Ice Beasts are terrifying right now. They do actually a lot of cold damage and I have no cold resist. And they're kind of resistant to poison. Still, the best thing for me to do would probably be... Well, hold on. What weapons do I have? Wait. I dropped my Rapier of Draining? When did that happen? Okay. That plus... Wasn't it a +6? When did I do that? I must have dropped it instead of the other Rapier. Okay, well that's kind of a blunder, but... I'm wondering if the best thing to do would be fight this thing in my current form. Reason being is I can constrict it and kill it faster. Well, I say that, but I haven't even... Yeah, I didn't even constrict it, so... Okay, Rapier of Draining. I actually dropped the Rapier of Draining instead of... There we go. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty much going to want to be fighting with my weapon most of the time until I get more levels in unarmed combat. That is an artifact whip. And the altar. Okay, so here's where I select my god. Well, this is bad. Okay, I don't want to fight two poisoners at the same time, so let's go down. And we're going to go with Wujian, which I think is quite underrated. We go, and Wujian seems to always be in the temple. So if you want to be a ninja, just choose Wujian. Alright, we'll do Shift G and then Shift comma to take us up, back out of the altar. So the first thing that Wujian gives you is a lunge attack. So if I'm one tile away, or if there's a gap in between me and a monster and I move towards it, I will actually do a lunge attack towards the monster for bonus damage. I think it does like 120% or 130% damage. So I'll show you right here. Boom. We just one-shot the jelly. Really nice ability. And with our rapier, it's going to be very nice. But I like Wujian with unarmed specifically because, I mean, what's in the book? Yeah, I don't care about the book. If we do go evocations and we start leveling that, these could be very beneficial. The thing is, like, I have a jewelry shop, right? So am I ever really going to want to spend money there? Speaking of, I do have enough gold. So let me go... So if I just pull this up, pull up my shopping list and I press the corresponding letter, it'll take me to the shop. Now I could save for this ring, but I really want the AC. Where is it? Here. So I'm gonna buy the Ring of Protection. We can wear 8 rings, so we've got plenty of slots left. Where were we? Dungeon 6. Actually, we didn't explore everything here. There we go. Yeah, but I was saying that I really like Wujian with unarmed attacks because basically of how Wujian's other abilities work. As you get more deity or piety, you gain the ability to attack while moving, and it attacks anything adjacent to you for like 80% damage or something. So it's not a full on hit, but you can attack multiple enemies. And the way it works is that it attacks however many times you would have attacked in the time it took you to move. And unarmed attacks have some of the fastest attacks in the game. So late game Wuxian unarmed combat is actually pretty nasty because you can get off like 4 attacks in one move. Let's stand on the stair, and I think again the best way to fight this, well, really the best way to fight this would be an ice form because it gives me ice resistance, but the failure rate's just too high right now. So I'm just going to summon a friend or 2. We're going to cast Beastly Appendage. We've got this +6 Rapier of Draining, and we're just going to smack it down. Smack it down. Oh wait, we got the whip, don't we? Let's summon some more friends. Phantoms can be quite scary. As you can see, just like half health me. I'm just going to go up, and I'm going to ID the whip. So we got an artifact here, which looks like something insane. So artifacts are like really powerful in general. So anytime you find one this early, it's like really, really good. So I got a +9 whip, which I think is the maximum of draining and fly. So I can evoke the ability to fly. 3 pips of resist fire, which is great, 4 strength. So this is just amazing. I'm just gonna drop pretty much everything except for. Do I want to keep the freezing? Probably not. I'm just going to keep the venom in case I need to kite anything. So now it really doesn't make sense for me to shift forms unless I need to like poison something or I need the cold resist. Because I mean, whenever I shift forms, I lose this weapon. I lose all the stats that it gives me and everything. Oh, I do have clarity. Okay. So the mutation did give me clarity, which I don't remember exactly. Why is it picking up Rings of Attention? Don't pick these up. Okay. But yeah, I don't remember exactly what clarity does, but I'm pretty sure it makes me immune to some forms of CC. It's good. In general, it's just good, so. I'm going to be hard-pressed to actually roll another mutation potion, because this is a really good mutation. A hippogriff. Well, this would be something that I would love to kite with poison, but I know for a fact that it's going to be hard to poison it for one. But I don't really want to be standing here auto-attacking it, because it can like usually 2-shot me. So I think I'm just going to hit X and then E on the hippogriff to exclude it. That way when I auto-explore, I won't accidentally walk into it. What's my aptitudes at? Dodging is 5. Okay, should I turn on evocations now? I have a couple wands. I do have... The biggest reason I would want to train evocations is that ring in that shop, which would let me go invisible. I think I will. We'll just train a couple levels, like 2 right now, because I do have the wands, so it's gonna help me in casting with these wands. It's gonna make them a little bit stronger. And then eventually, when I get the ring, I'll already have some stuff trained. I really want to move up to the choke, but I'm not going to be able to, so. Cast Beastly Appendage. I should have actually lunged at that. I let it walk into me. So lunge. I actually missed there. Ooh, okay, so where I'm standing was very bad because this troll right here can actually hit me from there with the spear. So I want to... can't really do anything here. I can try and get... Okay, there we go. It's trying to net me. But I don't want to walk into it, so we'll do a lunge attack there. There we go. I had to kind of kite that one out a little bit. Alright, things are going to start getting pretty scary. That's a hand crossbow. It's probably just +0. Oh, it's unidentified. Ogre. I don't really have anything great to deal with the ogre, but I can kite it. try to poison it on the way here. And we'll go into spider form. So the ogre looks as sick as possible. That means it's fully poisoned, so I can just run away now. Let the poison tick. Maybe go for the final hit there, just to kind of finish it off. Perfect. So that's one instance where I might want to change forms, because I don't necessarily want to stand and face tank an ogre while I try and beat it up. Dang, that guy did a surprising amount of damage to me for a baker. Must be wielding one hefty ladle. Do I want to fight this hippogriff? Bite for 12 damage, claw for 9, and peck for 9. Yeah, that's like half my life. More than half my life. If I get hit by this thing, I don't really want to fight it, but it would definitely... Oh, I have Confusing Touch. So Confusing Touch is like broken. Oops. I'm gonna reassign. Oh, it's already on F5. Okay. So if I can Ice Form Confusing Touch here, I think I can fight this Hippogriff. It's quite risky. It's quite risky. Because I don't even think I can run away from it. I think it's faster than me. I do have some scrolls of teleport, so I'm going to try it. So we'll press F5. We've got the touch buff here. And then I'll shapeshift. Let's go ahead and move. Now I want to let it walk into me so I can lunge attack at it, which I missed. Okay, so we managed to hit it with touch. We did no damage, but it applied a confuse effect to it. So now we can just sit here and attack it while it attacks some random direction. That's why Confusing Touch is broken. You can just fight things like straight up with no issues. Okay, I don't like this song either. Just remove these from the playlist. What is this? Who made this music? It's a Castlevania thing. Trying to find it in the playlist so I can remove it. I don't know what that song is, but... Okay, yeah, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna put Confusing Touch on. And then what I'm gonna do is actually transform into a spider. So now I'll confuse it. And I'll poison it. And it'll be like running away as it's poisoned. And I'll do the same thing to the ant. Oh look, the ogre actually swung and hit the ant instead. So now the ant's confused and just dead. This is why it's broken. Confusing Touch is broken, man. Don't need to do it to the wolf. The adder, I do want to touch. I want to touch that adder real good. And I did. Don't tell no one though. Bear is not that scary, but yeah. So now that we have Confusing Touch, I'm like not very scared of stuff. I still don't want to pull like huge packs, but with this Artifact Whip, Confusing Touch, I can pretty much take on anything. Now, group, like a pack of things is going to be what really does me in, so I have to be wary of not wandering into like a group of orcs or something. But even so, like I'm just one-shotting stuff, as you can see. I'll stand in the middle of two orcs. I don't care. I've got this whip, man. Watch me. Now there's like a lot coming, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and touch the scorpion because scorpions poison and do a lot of damage to things. 5 to rest till we're full. This is an orc warrior, so I'm gonna touch him. So you can see the little constriction there in the middle. There's our lair entrance. I typically go down to dungeon 11 before I go into the lair. Oh, that's the other Wujan ability. I just moved and it attacked them and one-shot them. Okay, howler monkeys are actually... You can see my noise up here. That's the howler monkeys. They're screaming and yelling, and that's very scary because, as I was saying, the thing that's going to do me in is a pack of monsters. So I think the best thing to do would be actually Spider Form Touch. I should have casted Touch before Spider Form, because Spider Form actually makes, you can see it goes up to 30%. Spider Form adds a 10% penalty to spellcasting. So we touch the monkey. Can we touch the ogre, please? Okay, we touch the ogre. Let's kill off this monkey. Oh god, another adder. I think that monkey might actually be dead. So we poison the ogre. Let's move sideways. You can see that little red square. That's the Wu Jian ability. Okay, lunge at the ogre. Alright. Maybe I'm a little bit stronger than I think I am, because that was quite easy, actually. Staff of Energy. I think that just increases my... No. What does Staff of Energy do? Oh, you know what? I think it... Yeah, it removes the hunger cost of casting spells. So that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and Spider Form, because I do want to kite the ogre. Although, here comes another ogre. I don't really want to be in Spider Form fighting this. 2 phantoms. Okay, one thing you can do is press A and F to end your transmutate, or your transmutation. Okay, I don't want them both hitting me at the same time. I can definitely take these on. There we go. Okay, what do we want to train now? Our ice magic is up, so Ice Form will get castable soon. We'll put spell casting up a little bit. Let's go to like 5 on spell casting. Evocations is 2.1, that's fine. Let's train dodging to like 6. Get a little more defense. Our poison and ice is fine. Hexes. We need to train hexes to like 4 for confusing touch to make sure that we can recast it while we're transformed. Because there might be times that you like cast confusing touch multiple times because you're fighting multiple enemies and you want to confuse them all. So we need to be able to cast it while transformed. Right. This was a pretty easy run, I must say. Generally, it's a bit tougher than this. You have to excuse me, I'm quite dehydrated right now. Actually, I feel dehydrated. I don't know if I am, it just feels that way. So we're in a choke point here, so as I say that, I'm just getting destroyed. I was gonna say I'm in a choke point, so I'm not scared at all. And then lose half my life. I could kite with poison, but I don't really have a lot of room to kite back because I haven't discovered anything up here, so I could run into more enemies. Do I want a confusing touch? You know what? Let's confusing touch. I mean, this guy's already low, so maybe not worth it. Getting quite low. We're just gonna continue to... I do have some heal wounds, which it just gored me again. Maybe we should fight these in Ice Form. Ice Form gives me more AC. You can see my AC is 9 now, as opposed to what it was 6. But these things do all physical damage, so higher AC is definitely good. I suppose if I did that right from the start, I wouldn't have had to waste 2 healing potions. But you live and you learn, right? Alright, let's see what our spells here. No magic darts, no column. Mephitic Cloud, potentially. We do have some poison aptitude, and we've already trained a little bit of poison. But I don't know. Blade Hands is really great, so is Blink. Blink can get you out of some situations. I'm not going to learn anything yet. I feel like I've got enough to deal with anything I come across. So I'm not going to learn anything. But I think that's a good area. Or a good area? I think that's a good place to end this episode. We made it to Dungeon 9. Pretty good. So far, we've got... you know what? I should really just go... I should read these scrolls and find my... remove cursed scrolls and get rid of this Ring of Attention. Not that it really matters because I've been doing fine, but it could be the death of me if I ignore it for too long. So let's see if I can just get it real quick. There we go. All right, so we'll drop the Ring of Attention. Good. We'll put on the Ring of Protection from Fire. We've got 2 of those now. Plus our whip is like, we're good on fire. I can transform into ice form, which gives you 1 negative fire pip, and I can probably still be full on fire, so that's really nice actually, because that means I can have 3 pips of fire and ice in ice form, which is great. But anyway, yep, that's the end of this episode. Join me back for the next one. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.